And we'll begin with politics, as the former governor of Kano State and the 2023 presidential candidate of the New Nigeria People's Party, Rabiu Kwankwaso, has declared that he is not for sale. This follows the exit of the Kano State Governor, and that's Governor Abba Yusuf, from the party. Kwankwaso made the statement on Friday while addressing supporters shortly after Yusuf officially resigned from the NNPP, saying he remains committed to his party, to his political beliefs, and wouldn't abandon his principles for personal benefit. Meanwhile, the NNPP has described the resignation and defection of Kano State Governor Abba Yusuf as a betrayal, expressing shock and disappointment over his decision to leave the party. In the meantime, some Kwankwaso youth groups in Kano State have expressed a desire to be politically aligned with Governor Abba Yusuf, who dumped the New Nigeria People's Party (NNPP) on Friday. Governor Yusuf cited deepening internal crisis and persistent leadership disputes within the party as his main reason for leaving. Yusuf conveyed his resignation in a letter addressed to the chairman of the NNPP in Disu, Chiranchi Ward, Kwali local government area, effective January 25, 2026. Speaking during a youth engagement forum in Kano on Saturday, the Kwankwaso groups promised to align with Governor Yusuf if his administration addresses what they described as marginalization and lack of inclusion in governance. Kwankwaso is a term associated with Senator Rabiu Kwankwaso, national leader of the NNPP. And now joining us for more insight on this is the National Publicity Secretary, NNPP, Ladipo Johnson. Mr. Johnson, it's good to have you join us, and a very good evening to you. What exactly does Senator Rabiu Kwankwaso mean by declaring that he is not for sale? And how should party members and the public interpret the statement in the context of recent political realignments?
Good evening. Thanks for having me. Senator Kwankwaso would know the reason why he said that. But I know that the governor held several meetings with him, and they said several things, and Senator Kwankwaso would know the reason why the governor seems to be leaving, because I've said time and time again that there was no push factor. Nothing in the NNPP would have pushed it, despite the afterthought where they were saying that it's because of increasing internal crisis. That is not the case. We had the convention, we had congresses, and the governor himself came for the last convention in December. So the party is ready and set. But of course, there's a pull factor, and that's what Senator Kwankwaso is probably referring to. Whatever has pulled him to pull the governor to move, like some other governors as well, to the party at the center. That is probably what the senator was referring to when he said he was not for sale. I mean, unlike some others.
Right. Let's look at the party itself, the New Nigeria People's Party. How does it intend to manage itself? I mean, just following the defection of Governor Abba Yusuf, and now seeing that the Kwankwaso group, the youths, are also now saying that they will align with the defected governor. What does this mean for NNPP? How would they manage internal cohesion and prevent further defection in mass numbers if those youths decide to go along with the governor?
Yeah, look, you know, this is politics, and you will get people who will gather together and say that they are Kwankwaso, this and that and that. They sell these red caps in the market, and they can easily get them and say, we are this, we want to cross, we want to join the governor, etc. The governor is the one who will be having sleepless nights, because most of the people that went with him, either local government chairmen, councillors, members of assembly, A lot of them complained about being coerced. And then Senator Kwankwaso said, well, if you're being forced, then don't lose your job. Join him, go with it. But when it comes to election time, we will now show what we're made of. So that is the situation. You will get them saying all sorts of things. It's all politics. But by the time we move near the elections, then the governor will know who is actually with him and who is still Kwankwasia or a member of the NNPP. But moving on, regarding your question about how we intend to manage ourselves, look, there is no problem we're working on. It is a minor setback in the sense that you will recall, both in 2019, but more especially 2023, when Governor Yusuf was elected. We had no one in government. We didn't have a governor. Ganduje was the sitting governor. We didn't have a member House of Reps, member House of Assembly, senator, or anything. Yet the masses, the movement, not even the Kwankwasia, the masses of Kano, that is what the Kwankwasia movement relies on. They voted, they stayed with the governor, they supported us all through to the Supreme Court. They are the ones that have been betrayed, and they are the ones that will speak when 2027 comes, not the Kwankwasia movement.
Right. So let's look at 2027, right? Governor Abba Yusuf, we do not know the party that is going to for now, but there were murmurings in 20...
I think it's very clear.
It's very clear, so I was going to that.
I'm informing you that it's the APC, yes.
Right, okay, so let's say it as is. Let's address the elephant in the room. So it is the APC, right? And so one has to ask about the fate of the NNPP. This is going to be, 2027 will define the second term for Governor Abba Yusuf. We've seen that across, and Kano is the numbers when it comes to Kano and elections are quite huge, and is one of the strongholds as regarding numbers and amassing votes for 2027. And so, what does this mean for the dynamics of the electoral process, of the elections for 2027, for the presidency, for the APC, and the entirety of the Northeast and West? Most importantly, where does NNPP stand? And will Kwankwaso, what's the price of Kwankwaso's principle? Would he move to the ADC, or does the NNPP stand a chance in 2027?
The NNPP, whichever way, whatever it is at that time, come 2027, will sway Kanu by the special grace of God and with the support of the masses of Kanu. Now, what do I mean? It is either that the NNPP would be standing alone, or would have had people joining in, or would be in alliance. Worst case scenario would be in a merger. You know, in a merger, you'd lose your identity. But I doubt that will happen. So in an alliance, we're even going to be stronger, both in Kano and around the country. So we're ready, we're working towards it. And you know, we had a lot of notice that this was going to happen. This issue has been on the burner for over a year. You will recall that some people left. We had a senator leaving. We had some members of the House of Reps leaving. Do you understand? Mm-hmm. This has been on the cards. And we've known, because the senator that left came from the APC. They weren't going to give him a nomination. He came, we gave him the nomination. The masses helped him win the election. And he went back and they told him, okay, we'll see you in 2027. Same as they're saying to Abba Yusuf, the governor of Kano right now. Because it is the mandate of those people. It's not the NNPP of the Kwankwasia movement. It is the people of Kano. The 1-point-something million votes that he got. Those are the ones he should be worried about. So we are fine. The NNPP is not going to go down. It won't. It's a minor, as I said, it's a minor setback. But it is something we have seen before. Governor Ganduje did it. He did it. And we bounced back. And we won that governorship for Abba Yusuf, who has now done the same thing.
But
He's
this
now
is
taken the mandate of the people of Kano,
right,
and returned it.
I'm looking at the wider landscape
And
of
as Senator Kwankwaso said, it's for personal reasons.
right. But let's look at it. Let's widen this net away from Kano, the entirety of 2027, and the opposition itself. NNPP, although a stronghold in Kano, nonetheless, at a larger, when you look at it larger, the PDP has not hold its way or hold sway against the APC. What chance does the NNPP have regarding states' positions, whether on state or even at the House of Assembly? So with Kwankwaso's statement, what does this signal about the NNPP? And what will then be, the speculations about political bargaining here?
What the signals that you're getting, what you're seeing, is that you see we're not mad people, we're not fools. We've been working at the national level. We're into talks with various political groups, organizations, and even parties. And as I said earlier, we will come up very soon with our alliance and what we are going to move forward with. You see, I'm not at liberty at the moment to speak, but I assure you that by February, Nigerians will know which way we're going. And we've done it very carefully. We've studied the political situation around the entire country. So the NNPP, as is properly constituted now, with various people inside, including the TNM, the Kwankwaso movement, and other groups, will, by God's special grace, be stronger by moving towards 2027. So, but just give us some time. Give us February, I'm sure, Then we can now say, oh, that's what they were working on. Oh, changes the dynamics. It will be very interesting 2027, I tell you.
All right. Well, only time will tell. We'll all wait and see. February is just around the corner. I must say thank you for taking out the time to join us, the National Publicity Secretary for the NNPP there, just giving us insight following the defection of the Kano State Governor.